Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to do a little experimenting because that is just what your creative mind needs sometimes. I'm working on a product called Yupo, which is a synthetic watercolor paper. It's made of plastic, and I'm using some watercolor crayons. These are the Stabilo Woody crayons. They are kind of fun to play with. They're very much like a Neo Color 2 Caran d'Ache crayon, so if you have those, they're going to be fine. If you have any sort of crayon-like product, I think is going to work pretty well for this. But the thing to keep in mind, if you use like a crayon that's not a water soluble one, you're going to get a wax resist when you go and add your watercolor, which also would be very cool. So use what you have and have some fun with this. And maybe you're thinking, Lindsay, I don't have Yupo paper. What can I use instead? Something you could use instead would be poster board, like from the Dollar Tree. I think you'd get a very similar effect. It wouldn't be exactly the same because that is a paper board versus this is a synthetic, but because it's glossy, you would get a very similar effect. And this is all about experimentation. So my husband had gotten me a beautiful Valentine's bouquet of flowers, and it was all like reds and pinks and purples, and I thought that would be really fun to draw a little composition from. Now these Stabilo Woody crayons, I have some that are regular, and then I have some that are two colors in one, like this green and brown one, which is kind of fun just to sketch with. I don't know how practical they are, to be honest, but they're kind of fun to sketch with, and that's what I was doing here, just kind of trying them out and playing with them. And I'm using some watercolors here. These are by Lightwish. I'll have all the products linked in the video description, but they're nice, big, juicy, full pans of extremely juicy, bright, intense color. So I thought they'd be really fun on this plastic paper. Now, if you find that you have some sticky spots when you're done and it's all dry, you can actually press like gold foil or gold leaf into the sticky spots and get some really interesting effects that way too. I have a live stream that I did doing 3 different amaryllis paintings on this Yupo paper, and I'll try to remember to link that down below, but if I forget, you can find it under the live tab on my YouTube channel, The Frugal Crafter. So go look for it if I forget to link it up, because it was really fun. And if you are considering exploring with this paper, it's got a lot of great tips and tricks and techniques for you to enjoy. In fact, I was playing with this idea before I did the live stream just to kind of get my bearings again and get used to using this product. Now I can go over the water-soluble crayon and kind of turn that into paint. So that's what I was talking about, using the water-soluble crayon. But if I had the regular crayons, like Crayola crayons or just something that was more waxy, then I could paint watercolor over and that would just resist it, and that would look really cool too. So you can put backgrounds in, you can leave the background plain. You really can do anything on this paper that you could do on regular watercolor paper, with the exception is of that it's not going to absorb. So if you did this painting and you hated it, you could put it in the bathtub and rinse it off and start all over again, which actually kind of makes this a fun product for kids. So if you have kids that are going through tons and tons of paper, they don't necessarily want to keep what they've made, you could give them a sheet of this and let them go to town, and when they're done, just hose it off and let them have at it again. It would be kind of fun outside in the summer, I think, with their watercolors or their tempera paints, as long as you're not using something that's going to permanently stick. So if you did use the like a Crayola crayon, or if you used acrylic paints, those would stick to the paper and it'd be difficult to remove. But if you're just using watercolor, gouache, or tempera, that's going to come right off. But you can see it does hold a nice stroke there. If you go in with a fairly not too juicy paintbrush, you can get some really nice stroke practice in there and just kind of have fun. So because the paper doesn't absorb the paint, you end up with kind of a more puddly look. You'll end up with blooms. You'll end up with some really interesting flowy blends, which are kind of fun. So it's just something different to get your mind moving in a new direction, I think. Now you can buy this paper by the sheet in large sheets, or you can purchase it, like this is a quarter of a sheet. So I took one of my big sheets, cut it in quarters, used one for this project and the other 3 for that amaryllis live stream. You can buy it in pads of all different sizes, even tiny like 2-inch by 3-inch pads. So you can find it however you want it. And sometimes this is sold for alcohol marker. So if you find it cheaper, marketed as alcohol marker paper, go ahead and buy that. It's the same exact thing. And if you have stone paper, this is very similar to stone paper. The stone paper is this polypropylene plus limestone. So it's a very similar product if you wanted to try that as well. I do prefer the Yupo to the stone paper, because the stone paper has kind of a grit to it that I don't know if it would damage your brushes over time. So just something to kind of keep in mind there. But if you have the stone paper and you want to try this project, I would just go ahead and do that. you don't need to buy something new if you have that. But all of this to say is have fun, experiment with your supplies and see what sort of effects you can get. Maybe you want to try a painting on Yupo and then try it again on cotton watercolor paper or cellulose watercolor paper or on mixed media paper, and just to see the different sorts of effects you can get with the supplies you have. I think a lot of times when we get bored with our materials and we feel like we want to go buy a little treat, if we just combined unexpected materials, we may find that we have plenty of things to inspire us right in our very own studio. And that's what I want to inspire you to do. Just see what you can find and see if you can get inspired with the stuff you have on hand. And maybe if it's, you're kind of sick of everything and you just want something new to try, this might be fun too. Maybe the watercolor crayons, maybe the Yupo, maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll try poster board. I just was filling in the space here, put a little bit of background in. I really wasn't worried about how it turned out. And I think you have to do that sometimes. Make art without the expectation that you're going to have a painting when you're done. I turned the camera on just in case something happened that I liked, but I wasn't holding myself up to the pressure that I had to create something nice. I just wanted to get used to the materials again. Now here you can see you can wipe the paint right off. I wanted to paint that bow in, but my vase color had seeped in too much, so just went in with a paper towel and wiped it off. Easy as pie. So easier than pie. Pie's hard. It says painting's way easier than pie, I think. You can also smush paint out of the way when you're going in. Like if you have some paint dried where you want to put a new color, you can go right over it and lift up that color. It'll just kind of reactivate. And because this is kind of a neat plastic type of paper, if you wanted to make a travel palette, you could actually squeeze out a little of your watercolor or scribble out some of your watercolor crayons or watercolor pencils on the Yupo, tuck it in your sketchbook, and then just wet it there and have a little palette and mixing area ready to go. You won't have a ton of product if you do that. I will say I've done that before and you run out pretty quickly, but if you just wanted enough to, I don't know, go to the beach and not have to worry about, getting sand in your favorite palette. You just wanted something to go and do a painting with, and then that would definitely be adequate for that. And I'm just playing around, playing with different colors, putting colors together, seeing what they do next to each other, and having a good time. Because at the end of the day, that's why we do art, right? We do art to express ourselves, to enjoy ourselves, and to hopefully not take ourselves too seriously and just enjoy the process. And I know it looks like a hot mess right now. This is going to go through stages. The fun thing about Yupo is that you can do your painting and walk away and come back 5 minutes later and have a completely different painting there because the colors will have met each other in wet channels on the paper, and the colors will have spread and flowed into one another. And it's kind of ever evolving until it dries, which is kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. Now you can do the same thing with alcohol inks, but I know a lot of people are sensitive to the smell of alcohol inks. If you wanted to mix up some little cups of watercolor, take some watercolor, add some water to it, and pour that and do those alcohol techniques that way, you could do that. And it would give you a very similar look without having to have the smells. Now you don't want to heat this paper, so you do have to be patient to let it dry. Otherwise it'll shrink. It's plastic. And you would want to, if you are going to do alcohol ink techniques on this, you just got to be patient because it is going to take longer to dry because alcohol dries faster than water. So just kind of keep that in mind, but it may be a great workaround for folks that love that look but want to have a less toxic substance to work with or a less smelly substance to work with. We all have different sensitivities to chemicals. So now that it's kind of dry, I'm just going in and adding some splatters, adding a few details, and just kind of filling in where I feel like it needs a little bit more. There's nothing fancy about this painting. There's nothing hard about the techniques I did today. It's just more of a let's create, let's have fun. I hope you found it inspiring, and I hope it encourages you to just pull out your supplies and play with the stuff that you have. I want to thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. And as always, till next time, happy crafting. Bye.